Welcome back to another episode of What's the Score? This time we're featuring the RSL Classical Piano Grade 1 to give you a rundown of the highlights of this fantastic syllabus. It's safe to say that Grade 1 opens with a bang for this first piece, Jupiter by Gustav Holst. If you haven't heard of the Planet Suite before, then this piano piece is the perfect introduction. You can throw some real passion and emotive playing into this truly iconic work. Next up is Müller's The Cuckoo. Balancing legato against staccato is a key skill that you'll need to master here, so a steady hand-separate practice is essential. Keen attention to dynamics is what will make this piece come alive, so pay attention to that contrast. The wonderful Zenobia Palperi is up next in Grade 1. Orin and Echo allows you to develop the contrapuntal skills that were introduced in the debut grade. This melody should be delivered with poise and thoughtfulness to really get across its beauty. It's time to move on to another legend with Soldier's March by Robert Schumann. The piece is unusual in that both hands are rhythmically in sync throughout, so you'll need to make sure these chords are perfectly placed. The tempo is what keeps the piece moving along, so work towards getting that lively and strict atmosphere as Schumann tells us in the performance direction. Next up, we featured a piece by the first composer of African descent to be published in the European tradition, Ignatius Sancho. Practice this one slowly at first to ensure rhythmic security and avoid racing off without control. The melody is very catchy and we're sure you'll be humming this one both on and off the piano. We can't play this next one without getting lost in its hauntingly beautiful harmonies and melodies. Jasmine Flower Song is a traditional Chinese folk song that will introduce the beginner pianist to the pentatonic scale, as well as delivering a left-hand part that should sound like ringing bells. This utterly charming tune will leave your audience feeling truly peaceful. The Disney fans amongst us will be pleased to see All Is Found from Frozen 2 included in the syllabus. It's important to remember that in the film, this piece is delivered by a queen to her two daughters in a really soft and gentle tone, and remembering this will certainly help you nail the character when playing it for yourself. Following on from that is Cat and Mouse, a piece with buckets full of character. It's a perfect foray into the ragtime sound with that staccato left-hand pattern and classic ragtime rhythms throughout. You've certainly got to bring the energy for Cat and Mouse. And now onto a piece written by the king of Baroque himself, Mr. Johann Sebastian Bach. Minuet in G is without a doubt one of his most popular tunes and is an absolute staple for the beginner pianist. This piece is crisp, light and precise, and you'll need to capture the dance-like feel of a minuet to give a really polished performance of this legendary work. And finally, you can embrace your inner percussionist with the next piece by Anne Crosby Gorday. Boogie Woogie Bear is exactly what it says on the tin, the ideal initiation into the boogie woogie style with the stomping attitude you might expect from a bear. With this piece, you can absolutely perform the house down. Plus, it's all written in bass clef, so it's great practice for your reading skills. We hope you've enjoyed this little peek into the RSL Classical Piano Grade 1 syllabus. We can't wait to see your performances in the exam room. See you next time.